about to put my iPhone right next to the drop zone. Didn't break these limbs. No limbs on the ground. Didn't break those limbs. And I was not wanting to make contact with that oak. I've hit those oaks before and have them just turn to powder, which would be bad for the neighbors. Hey, what's up? We're going to show you some clips of work today, just so that we don't give you a video where we're just talking with no action or whatever. But people have been asking how we adjust the monkey beaver saddle, and that might sound like kind of a generic question. There's a few ways to adjust it, and you can play around with it and get it dialed in for you. So Joe's wearing a medium here. This is my old monkey beaver harness, and he wears a small, but for sake of demonstration, he's going to talk about how we adjust it. Obviously, there's this adjustment here. That's just simply...
We shouldn't have to explain that.
Okay, we shouldn't have
to... If we have to explain that,
then don't put on this harness and climb a tree.
Yeah.
Yeah, so that's kind of like tightening a helmet. And go through how you have the leg pads.
Okay, so I think that the first thing you need to determine is where you want your leg pads. Where you want your leg pads is going to dictate where your adjustments are. A lot of people ask about these. These are to keep your leg pads where you want them. It's that simple. They're not any sort of life support or anything. They're there so that when you're moving around, your suspension is loose, the leg pad stays put. It's always there. You're climbing. That's all that's for. So once you figure out if you want to wear your leg pads low or high, wherever, then you work on your adjustment. Your adjustment should, when you're standing straight up and down, it should not be pulling your harness down. These straps should just come fairly snug, if even that. And the distance up and down is going to dictate where you hang. As far as back.
So are we talking about this here, right?
Talking about they work together.
Right.
So the tighter you have your leg straps, the more it's going to lift your leg up, which is going to tip you back, right?
Yeah.
So the more slack you have in them, the farther forward you're going to sit. Same thing with this. The tighter this is, the farther forward you're going to sit. The looser it is, the farther back you're going to sit.
The adjustment he's talking about here is right here. There's the buckle, and that's got a fair amount of room to play with.
Yeah. So if I let this out, I'm going to tip back. Same thing if I tighten this up. It's going to lift my leg up. These don't need to be tight on your legs. These can be fairly loose. That's why these are here. These are loose so that you have room to move around. And some people like to wear their leg pads up high, in which case these are going to be tighter. These are probably going to be tighter. Some people like to wear them down. I like them down low. August likes them all the way up high. You can wear it however you like. But once you figure out where you like the leg pads, then you need to adjust these accordingly to get your balance point. Like right here, I'm pretty comfortable.
Okay, so if anybody has trouble with these leg pads twisting, like the padded area coming around to the side, how do they alleviate that?
So, see the harness has these extra buckles. Let's just take this apart. These are just free floating on this piece of webbing.
Yep.
What that's for, once you get your adjustment dialed in, you put the tail that's left over back through the rigging plate and out here. And this goes through this buckle, and then this buckle slides up.
Yeah.
And you put this buckle.
So this would stop
This stops any rotation
Yep.
of the buckle from getting down way between your legs and causes pinching.
Mm-hmm.
It can be kind of tight getting it back through here.
Mm-hmm.
You might have to grab a pair of needle nose pliers and pull it through. You poke a corner through there and pull it on through.
Or you could try it like this.
I don't ever run it like this, but if you can't get it through, you could put it back through the bigger opening, the tail, and then back through the buckle.
Yep.
So that's everything here is designed to keep your leg pads where you want them. A lot of people think that buckles on the inside can't work because they won't stay where you want them, but that's what this is all for. To keep them right there.
And we can put this belt on over heavy clothing or rain gear real easy just by putting the waist belt on, then putting the buckles on for the legs separate.
And you can see there's no pinching. The buckles are up here.
You hear that? No pinching.
No pinching.
No pinching. And now a word from Ben, still mad in Australia about pinching.
As the first purchaser of the Monkey Beaver harness, I find the Monkey Beaver harness to be very comfortable to climb in. Before the Monkey Beaver harness, I used to suffer from constant hip pain due to a poor fitting harness.
That's just unnecessary.
After several months, this pain totally went away. I find the Monkey Beaver harness is particularly good when I am climbing with a big saw on.
All I know is that first, you've got to get mad. You've got to say, I'm a human being.
No longer does my harness get dragged down, exposing my ass cheeks and filling my jocks full of sawdust. You don't want that. Your groundies don't want that. I highly recommend that you should try the Monkey Beaver harness. This has been a message from Stillman. And you'll look cool too.
They're on the inside.
Why are the buckles on the inside?
They're on the inside because it's super easy to get on and off.
Yeah.
You don't have to step through the leg pads.
Yeah, and he did that with a fixed bridge.
Yeah.
With an adjustable bridge, it's even
The only thing you
easier.
have to step through is the bridge. That's it, it's on. And then you just buckle it. It's easy to put on over rain gear, heavy pants, whatever. We get a lot of rain here, so that's important to us.
Yeah. And maybe you guys in the UK.
Yeah.
And maybe you Seattle guys. and maybe you Portland guys, and maybe you Olympic Peninsula guys. That's about it, huh? Everybody else has a nice weather, right? Ireland.
Supposedly.
Okay, I guess that's it. We just wanted to hand out a couple of helpful details in case anybody wants to know. Have a nice day. Thanks. Okay, that was good. Okay, look at this one. This one, kind of a small tree, but maybe worth mentioning. We'll pull it almost straight back against the lane. That's quite a bit of lean, and it goes way out and tangles up over there. We don't want to hit this row of cypress. So we have a really low purchase on the tree, which allows us to kind of pull harder sooner. When you're up really high, you have to go a greater distance. It's all more springy. It's good leverage, but it's not always as quick. So I'll cut this. We'll make just a huge fat hinge, and then we'll just pull it over and feather it in. Fucking Billy Ray would say, I'll just put you guys right over here. You sit here. Okay? Alright, be kind. Women and children and dogs and cats. No cussing. We're gonna put you right here. Ladies and gentlemen, women and children, people of all ages. guys, gals, women and children. Look at this. So I wasn't just making a straight back cut, right? I was using all of this back here. Somebody's gonna interrupt me. Okay. So I was using all of this back here in the Nike swoosh. You're leaving it here. I don't need it in the middle. Don't need it on this side, except to, you don't want to collapse it. But if you just go straight through, then you end up losing part of the hinge you might want. So you can tell all of these half moons are cutting with the tip. And then he pulled on it, and I cut a little bit at the end right there. Those fibers were breaking fast, you can tell. And of course missed it by a mile. Okay, here's what we're gonna do with the tree in an island, right? Trapped there. We're gonna free it. Okay, but we don't want to mess up the pavement, right? So we got a log that it'll come into contact with there. That'll protect the pavement on that side, and then on this side, we'll just make a really wide open face cut, so that when the log comes off, the stump holds it up. So there it is, see? Driveway never felt a thing. On the stump. On the log. Yeah, next time Damien, lay down right there and we'll protect you. Yeah. More. Punch you in the stomach, knock the wind out of you, and then we just stand there and laugh. He'll be okay. What did you get there?
Some sort of little birds.
Big mean logger. Yeah. So now we got a project.
Look at him, Kevin.
Took their home.
This one's making a real
Gotta give him a new one.
I don't think this one likes what I'm doing.
Oh, he's probably just feeling a little awkward because, you know, he's used to being in a tree.
Here you go. And you know what that's like, don't you?
I do.
Awkwardness in a tree.
Come on, Joe.
That's pretty good. Safe block. Such a fatty cock.